It was weird. I literally heard the sound of the snap. I felt the crunchiness. This is a perfect excuse to build more climbing wall. I have the approval to ditch this. I said easier ones. That was the first one on the list, but it was pretty tough actually. And then the next one is called back 3 sum 3 each hand V4. So maybe 3 moves each hand is what it means. Just guessing on the name of that. Will Crowther made this route. So Will, if you're seeing this video, maybe, am I right on how you named that climb? So this one here uses a starting handhold that's way down here to the left. It might even be off this camera, but it's kind of a seldomly used hold, so this should be interesting. And then this one is oriented, I'm guessing, for a Gaston. That'll be cool. Boom. Nemesis. Yeah, these first moves look unique. Oh, yeah. That was kind of a fluke fall there. But that starting handhold is a foothold, but it's kind of slopey in a way, so it makes it tricky. Not hard, but tricky. Oh, there we go. That one is fun. Good job, Will. Will, that was a well set route. 5 stars. This next one is called Up with 3 exclamation marks. So it must be really exciting. And actually it does look pretty cool. It looks like it might incorporate matching hands on the Nemesis hold on G14. Oh, that was a silly foot pop. Oh yeah, definitely match here. Maybe match both. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty tough. Strenuous. So what I'll try this time is grabbing that first hand here and then doing like a meat hook over the top here and then going up straight with the right without matching. Oh, nope. That definitely won't work to just skip to match. I think you have to match on both because of the way the body is. There's no footholds over there. I do have a tendency to not rest long enough in between attempts. And that is one of the downfalls of climbing by yourself on your home wall, is you don't wait for your partner, you don't have conversation in between to kind of force you to rest. As much as I love home wall climbing, the hard part about it is when you're climbing alone. It's best when you have your buddies over to keep the psych and the motivation going. I do find that talking to the camera kind of feels like I'm hanging out with you guys. So shoot me a comment below if you feel like we're hanging out here. Alright, that didn't count as a go. If you're wondering what's happening there is this is coming off of my hold. And I have a video up here that you can check out that, if you don't know what this is all about, but this is skateboard grip tape. This was my skateboard grip tape solution for these used holds that we have. So the short of it is that the skateboard grip tape is used to retexture these holds because they're pretty polished. We got them used. In that video that I referenced with the grip tape, you'll find that it didn't really pan out the way exactly I wanted to. The texture feels good, but this black grip tape, the stickiness, like the actual stickiness of it, didn't really hold up. The white, or the clear grip tape, is definitely holding up better, but the texture is a lot more aggressive and abrasive. So my solution is kind of Oh! Whew. I'm going to come back to that one. That one's get added to the list as well. Pretty cool. Just got to figure out a way to get my weight leaning more over to the left so I can get that right hand on there. But that's a good route. I'll add that to the list because I like it. Alright, this next one is called AB3 by Adrian Bodine, I believe is how you say that name. And this one looks pretty interesting as well, like using some interesting start holds. Oh. Every time. Whew. Yeah, that was tricky. It was a really tricky start, so what I ended up doing is I ended up having my left foot way over on this far left hold down here. A really big, deep back step. But one of the tricks about these holds is they're always slopey side up for the moon holds, but the sides are less slopey. So if you're having a hard time with some of the starts or whatever, maybe sometimes see if you can get on the side of the hold, kind of in a drop knee or back step. But I really like that one, so we're going to give that one 5 stars as well for uniqueness. So the next one is going to be called AFC Warm-Up 1. And so in parentheses it says 6A, which is a French grade, which I think is like even easier than V4, like V3 maybe even. And so we'll see if this one ends up being really the V4 or V3. So according to my grade conversion app, Fontainebleau 6A is about equivalent to V3. The reason why they most likely put it in parentheses and just added that in there is because on the 2016 set, it doesn't give you a choice lower than V4. V4 is the lowest it will go in the setup that I have on the app. You can set it up to display the grades in either V grade or the font grade. My brain works in the V scale, but it doesn't let you go lower than V4. Yeah, that definitely did feel quite a bit easier, especially than some of those V4s we were trying. So yeah, probably really is more close to V3, but got to mark it in the app the way it is marked. Alright, so I think we're going to end tonight's session on this last one called Destiny's Grandma. It actually looks kind of left, right, left, right, left, right, like a ladder. So it kind of looks simple, but like 3 of the holds are all slanting the one way. So I think it's going to end up being a little bit more bouncy, a little bit more intricate than it just appears off the initial read. So I think this will be interesting. Probably this is going to be my last revenge route for tonight's session, mainly because it's getting late and my skin is kind of getting worn out. I want to end before I get a huge flapper and things like that. But I do feel pretty darn strong and I'm feeling pretty good. So my guess is in the very next session is that I'm going to wrap up a few more of these revenge routes that use this hold. And then I'm feeling pretty good that I think I can do the route that actually I broke my hand on. That will be the final revenge. And I think I'll get it next session. But for now, we're going to try to finish Destiny's Grandma. Whew. Good way to end it. It was trickier than it looks like just on the board. That it's kind of tensiony to hold your weight when the holds were going one direction. So don't click off this video just yet. My guess is in a matter of minutes in the YouTube world, you'll see me get the final revenge. We're back. It's been another little bit of time here because we went on vacation to visit family in Minnesota, where I'm originally from, and then it got really hot. So it's actually still pretty hot in the garage here. I'm trying to do this early enough in the day that it doesn't get like 100 degrees in here. Either way, I think we're going to wrap up the revenge video today. I've been feeling pretty good, been climbing pretty strong. So I'm definitely feeling like I'm gonna be able to do that V5 that I was working on when I broke my hand. One other thing that's happened since the last session is I've acquired a bunch of new mats. So, I mean, it's pretty much fitted out like a whole climbing gym now. And so that's pretty cool. I don't really have to move mats around in between because everything is pretty much covered. I actually got them from my son's gymnastics gym. They were going to be throwing them out, and I just asked for permission to grab some out of the dumpster, and they were more than happy to let me have them. So I say that they're free mats, but I've been paying for gymnastics for many years, and gymnastics is not a cheap sport. So I have already started my warm-up. I'm going to continue to warm up here a little bit, and then we're going to get into the MoonBoard routes. So part of my warm-up I like to do is while hanging, I like to kind of work my back. My back's been kind of stiff lately, so I'm trying to kind of keep that nice and limber. And just multi-purpose my warm-up, so I'm hanging at the same time. Alright, so I'm going to fire up the Moon Climbing app. So let's start climbing, and a long press on that. So now there's 1,926 routes with that hold, and then a bunch of them I've already done. So let's get back to where we were left off. Let's try this one. Pumps V4. So we'll light it up. There we go. Ah, this one looks fun. Use that with the left hand this time. That's a longer reach than I thought. And I didn't commit. It's my fault. I didn't commit. See, this one is kind of downward sloping. It's not in cut, so you really gotta probably pinch it. And I gotta drive with that foot. That's where I didn't commit. I didn't commit with my driving with my legs. I think I'm pretty much ready though, so I'm gonna do maybe a couple of V4s, and then we're gonna bust into that V5 by doing the route that broke my hand. That is tough. This is a tough hold here. I wonder if I come in and match on it. So I think I'm going to try that move in isolation. Where I come from here, match on this, stay underneath it more because it's kind of sloping downwards instead of pulling out to the side. I do kind of wonder if you guys think it's kind of cool to hear my thought process on figuring out routes. So if you like that style of thing, go ahead and comment below and let me know, and maybe I'll keep doing that. Like that. I think that's better. And in the words of Ravioli Biceps, brush that board. That hold there. Alright, we'll give it a go from the bottom with that new beta. we go. Almost lost it. That one's pretty slippery, and now that this one lost its grip tape, this one's even more slippery. But that's a fun route. So I think I got out my fourth. So we hit that. 4 attempts. That was 5 stars for sure. Yes. I think that is worthy of a benchmark. That is just a really good problem. So I forgot what number it was on. So another cool feature here is you can go into my logbook and my problems from the last session. 6, 7. I did this one down here wrong. Said that was 7 as well, but it was really 8. Very cool route. I like pumps. Ricardo Capraseca. Good route. Don't at me, haters. Let's try this one. This one's set by Mads, so let's give this one a try. So what do you say? This will be my last V4, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the route. So this one looks interesting. I think it starts off going right, but I got to remember that there's a foothold over here. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yep. So I just jumped in without getting my beta. Or here to here. Yeah, right hand here. And here. And here. It's kind of weird that I didn't read that one because this I think is going to be easier than V4. In my opinion. We'll find out. Yeah, that's definitely easier than V4, but still pretty cool. We'll say second try, even though number 10, yeah. Have to do the counting again. So now the moment of truth. I'm going to clear all my filters. Just for fun's sake, let's see how many new routes there are since last time we climbed on this. 52, 92. There's now 53,671, so that's like 1,500 or more. 1,600 new routes since last session. Crazy. My lists. View my lists. To-do problems. And here it is. First set, pinch an inch. This is the problem that I broke my hand on. As you can see, the hold that we've been using for the Revenge, this one, is not on the route. I just hit my hand on it on the way up using this. Now I just gotta not be scared to hurt myself again. I gotta be deliberate about coming out instead of going straight up. I can do this. I feel good about it. And this pinch hold is really small, really shallow, but I think the feet are good, so if I get set up with the feet really good, from here and here, as long as I don't smack myself here, I go to that white hole there. Alright, let's get this Revenge, here we go. Woo! Hold on, Josh. Yes! 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 Woo! Yeah, revenge. I know that route wasn't anything like super hard or super momentous. It just feels good to defeat this route after the frustration of 8 weeks off of climbing and all this kind of stuff. Whew, I feel good. I feel good about this. All right, so let's record myself here. Bam, log it. Really, I think it was my first try before that I broke my hand on. So we're gonna call that a second try. We'll call it 5 stars, just because I want to. So thank you for joining me on this journey of recovery and revenge. If you are liking this stuff, please clip the chains on the subscribe button down there and join this community. Love to have you for future videos. See you soon.